In the year 1820, Asantehene Osei Tutu Kwame took granite from Cape Coast to build this fort. He wanted it to look like the Cape Coast Castle. It was reconstructed in 1897. In 1900, Sir Frederick Hodgson demanded the surrender of the golden stool, which led to the Yaa Asantewaa War, when the British were defeated. At first, the museum was a barracks to train soldiers for the First and the Second World War. They fought the Germans on the First World War, and they fought the Italians and the Japanese on the Second World War. Nana Gyamfi II went to the Second and the First World War. This soldiers' food is made with cheese, candies, and biscuit. A bite of this food can sustain you for about 2 weeks to a month. He brought the food home to show his mother, and after that he gave it up to the museum for exhibition. He has 2 wives and 36 children and 150 grandchildren, and he is still alive. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, General Ankra, Afrifa, Edward Akufo-Addo, Kutu Acheampong, Godfred Addo, Dr. Hilary Liman, J.J. Rawlings, John Agyekum Kufuor, Atta Mills, John Dramani Mahama, Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. This structure is used to measure heights. During the Gold Coast, before one could qualify to be a soldier, you should reach the tip of the arrow. Most of the Southerners from the then Gold Coast couldn't reach the height except most of the Northerners. Asrifi Navrongo, quick one. The Northerners didn't have surnames back then when they were joining the military, and so they adopted the names of their hometowns as their surnames. You can hear names like Potopua Dagati back then. Back to the story. Asrifi Navrongo told the whites that the soldiers in Gold Coast didn't wear shoes when he attended a program in Britain. So after the program, they gave him 2 shoes, which he and his colleagues wore in turns. You wear it for your duty and give it to the next person taking over from you. After the independence, when the British were leaving, they handed over the keys to the museum. Except one. They said something dangerous was inside that room. During the time of President Kufuor, a caretaker of the museum was bold enough to open it, and to their surprise, the room was filled with gold, which was later handed over to the Ashanti royals. A British man named Perry Martin designed this gun. This gun was shot exactly noon or 12 p.m. every day. The Ashantis then couldn't mention the name Perry Martin, and hence they said Premo Ato. This was adopted and became a saying whenever it is time for afternoon news. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and please share it with your family. These cells were used to kill prisoners. A small hallway connects the 2 cells. The smaller one held 10 prisoners, while the larger one held 20 prisoners. The smaller cell is about 4.8 feet in height, length, and width. Usually, prisoners survived for only 5 days, since they were not fed or given water. When the prisoner dies, his body was left in the cell with the rest of the living prisoners. Yaa Asantewaa was here. She was fed once a day to be kept alive only because they wanted valuable information from her. The only source of ventilation and light was the small window in the door at the hallway. Prisoners had to piss, spit, and shit in these cells. This prison was used to punish soldiers who maltreated the British. Condition here was a little better. This is a gift from an Ethiopian president to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. It is a shield and spears. This gun was also given to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah by President of Egypt to protect her sister wife of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Fatia Nkrumah. These are the ceremonial coats of Kotoka and Ankara. They overthrew Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. This was found in Kotoke's room after he died. Looks like he was ready to be president of Ghana. He had his portrait on the coat of arms. This is also a miniature of the ships of Ghana Navy. It was given an Nzema name. These are planes of the Air Force for exhibition. Charlie, after the tour, I went for some coconut water to cool now.